Hello everyone. Today we will see MCQs on quadratic equation. First MCQ is, if 2 and half are the zeros of px square plus 5x plus r, then is p is equal to r is equal to 2, or p is equal to r is equal to minus 2, or is p is equal to 2 and r is equal to minus 2, or is p is equal to minus 2 or r is equal to 2. Now coming back to the question, what does it mean? It says if 2 and half are the zeros of px square plus 5x plus r. What does zeros mean? Zeros are actually known as the roots. So it is said that 2 and half are the roots of this quadratic polynomial. Now, since it is quadratic, since it is of degree 2, so it has exactly 2 roots, and the 2 roots are 2 and half. So if 2 is a root of this polynomial, then what do we get if 2 is a 0 or a root of px square plus 5x plus r? Then if we put the value 2 in the place of x, we get p into 2 square plus 5 into 2 plus r is equal to 0, since 2 is a root of the polynomial. So 2 square is a 4, so we have 4p plus 5 into 2 is a 10 plus r. Keeping 4p and r in the left hand side and taking 10 to the right hand side, we have minus 10 here. Naming this equation as 1. Now again it is said that half is also a 0 of the polynomial. So half is also root of this polynomial. So if we put half in the place of x, we have this. So we get p into half square plus 5 into half plus r is equal to 0. Half square is a 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into p plus 5 into half, so 5 by 2 plus r is equal to 0. Okay. Now multiplying this whole equation with a 4, we have p. Since if we multiply with a 4, that 4 cancels out and we are left with a p. If 5 by 2 is multiplied with a 4, then 2 and 4 cancels and we are remained with a 2 here, and 5 2s are 10. And if we multiply r with 4, we get a 4r. Now keeping 4r and p on the left hand side and taking 10 to the right hand side, we have a minus 10. Naming this equation as 2. Now what do we have? We subtract 1, this 1, what we do is we subtract this equation multiplying with a 4 from this equation. So we have first this equation, so we write the LHS as 4p plus r. Here 4p plus r minus multiplying 4 with this equation. So we get a 4p here, so it is a 4p, and 4 into 4 is a 16, so we have 16r with a minus sign, hence we are actually subtracting. Now on the RHS, we have RHS of the equal to sign, we have minus 10, which was minus 10 exact. And since we were multiplying 4 with the second equation, so we have 4 into minus 10, which is minus 40. Now minus and this minus becomes a plus, so we have plus 40. On cancelling, we get 4p cancels out, so we have plus 16p, minus 16p plus r, which is a minus 15r, and plus 40 minus 10 is a plus 30, so we have plus 30. So r is equal to minus 2, since 15 2s are 30. Now substituting this value of r in 1. So if we put the value r is equal to minus 2 in 1, we have 4p minus 2 is equal to minus 10. So 4p minus 2 is equal to minus 10, which implies that if we take this minus 2 on the RHS, we have 4p is equal to minus 8. So on cancelling, we get p is equal to minus 2. So the correct answer is p is equal to r is equal to minus 2, which is B. Okay. Now the second one is the sum of two numbers is 27 and the product is 182. Then what are the numbers? Is it 12 13? Is it 13 14? Is it 12 15? Or is it 13 24? Solution. Let x be one number. What is said is sum of two numbers is 27. If we assume that x is one number, then another number is actually 27 minus x. Okay. Now, product of the two numbers is said to be as 182. So, what are the two numbers? One number is x, another number is 27 minus x. So, the product of the two numbers is 182. So, we have x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. Now, multiplying these two terms, we have x into 27, so 27x minus x into x is an x square is equal to 182. Now taking minus common from these two terms, we have x square minus 27x. Now here is a positive sign as given. Now we are multiplying this whole equation with a minus. So we have x square minus 27x. Since we are multiplying with a minus, so this minus and that minus becomes a plus. So we are left with a plus. Now since here was a plus and we are multiplying with a minus, so a plus and a minus gives you a minus. So it is minus 182. Now taking this minus 182 on the left hand side of the equation, we have x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now writing minus 27x as minus 13x minus 14x, we have this. Now taking common x from the first two terms, we have, since x is taken common from the first term, so we are left with 1x. X minus, since x was taken common from here, so we are left with the 13. Now from these two terms, minus 14 is taken common. So minus 14 is taken common. So from this term, we are left with exactly an x. So here is an x. Since minus was taken common, so this plus becomes a minus. So we get a minus, and 182 divided by 14 gives you a 13. So from these two terms, now we can take common the term x minus 13, since it is here as well as it is here. So x minus 13 is taken common, and we are left with x minus 14. So x minus 14. Now this shows that either x minus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. Now if x minus 14 is equal to 0, so we have x is equal to 14. If x minus 13 is equal to 0, we have x is equal to 13. So the correct answer is B. Thank you.